So you had me at 3DS version of Shovel Knight, this game which it wasn't on. Was this on anybody's radar? Was anybody like?
It was on Rob Manuel's
radar.
radar.
2013, like you guys, Shovel Knight.
I've been pretty
next
stoked
June.
about
You'll
this
all
game
be
for a
saying.
while, yeah.
For what's a while? Months?
Like
years?
a month for me.
When I saw the trailer like a few months ago, I don't know how long ago, like half a year or something, I was like, this looks cool.
So why is it cool? So I haven't touched Shovel Knight. I've of course read the reviews, so I learned as much as I needed to express to the world why Shovel Knight was cool. But did you review Shovel Knight? Who reviewed Shovel Knight?
Ben Moore reviewed it.
Okay.
It is game of the year so far.
Wow.
I'm just gonna
Probably-
put that out
With a
there.
straight face. With an almost straight face.
Probably. Well,
Game of the
Dark
year.
Souls 2 came out this year too.
It's competition, both of them.
Yeah. What about it is Dark
impact.
Souls to you?
The
'Cause I've heard that too.
losing the gold is like losing your souls. So when you
I
die,
guess, yeah. I guess
when you
that's
die, you lose like a chunk of your money or whatever, and then
Yeah.
money buys gear and items, and then unless you recover it, you'll lose that gold forever. So it's exactly like Dark Souls recovering your souls. So I mean, there was a stretch when I died like 6 times in a row and lost everything.
Yeah. The thing though, like, by the end of the game, you could purchase everything. Like, I haven't even beaten it yet. I'm right at the last stage, and I've bought everything. And like, the only frustrating thing is if you don't have $3,000 by the middle of the level when you need to meet the guy to unlock the new item. That's the only time you need X amount of money.
But then you
by
can
a certain
go
time.
to him
Yeah, you
later.
can get him later, yeah. But
it's more
like,
expensive,
you miss
I think.
out on some special zones for that level, and you have to replay them.
Yeah.
But that's why the 3DS version, I think this thing alone is why the 3DS version might be the definitive version of this game.
3DS.
Because, well, my roommate's playing it on the 3DS, and your item screen is on the other screen, so that's pretty cool. But close the clam, and it saves states. Whereas on the PC version, you have to play the entire world in one sitting. It gets frustrating.
Frustrating. Are you dying a lot?
I mean, on Spectre Knight, that was a pain in the ass. Only hard boss in the game, though, so far.
Yeah.
Every boss is super easy.
That was another thing too about Dark Souls is the story presentation. There's a brief setup in the beginning, but then you'll encounter these bosses, and they'll have this banter back and forth, Shovel
They
Knight
know
and the
each other,
boss,
yeah.
and like there's history there
Yeah.
whenever you face someone. So it like builds this world.
I don't know that it's
without-
ever explained, though. Like, he's like, hey, you should come back to the good side. And
I mean,
the
they
guy's like,
clearly
"No."
all knew each other.
Right, but
before.
like, that's as far as it goes. And like, the overall story is just damseling, so it's like pretty reprehensible.
Well, you haven't beat it.
I haven't beaten it yet,
sir.
so maybe they do a Frozen like bullshit sisters instead of the man kind of like last minute deathbed redemption, but the setup is reprehensible.
So Mike Huber, like everything else in the gaming universe, absolutely loves Shovel Knight, which is clear. You enjoy it, but don't love it as much as him, and I want to tap into that 10%. Do you think we scored it too high? Is it just not your cup of tea?
No, I mean, I think the score is fair. Like, it is a very solid game. Like, it's a great game, and compared to everything else this year, it's top 2 at least probably so far. But like, my theory is that because like Ben Moore is like this is the greatest game ever made, and like so I had this game like so hyped for me before playing it that probably had some effect on it. But like Ben Moore's like, this is the greatest game ever made, and he's like, this is the greatest game ever made. And I'm like, okay, I'm really gonna love this game. The first thing I noticed when I turn it on is that you're too slow. That's my feeling. Like, the Shovel Knight moves too slowly, which is fine because he's wearing heavy armor, and so that makes sense, But I kept waiting for like, oh, eventually I'll get like a speed boost stat or like an item that makes me move a little quicker or something, and that never happens. So I'm just kind of like. And like the attack animation, everything seems like 3 frames too slow across the board for your player character, for me. Mm-hmm. And I have a theory, and I'm not sure, because growing up, you guys played a lot more Mega Man than I did, and this game is similar to Mega Man. It's got pretty much every retro game ever in there. But like, I grew up I played Symphony of the Night like every day.
Yeah.
And so like that's what I like in a 2D.
That speed.
I like fast
Yeah.
2D.
So did this game surprise you, Mike? Is this something you're like, I never knew I wanted this game? Or were you like, oh, it's like Mega Man's, I think, an easy comparison. But is there anything else you're like, oh, I love this game because I also like these other classic games that it's trying to emulate?
of
The
them.
Zelda 2 is in there. Mario Brothers 3 is in there. Dark Souls is in there.
1001 Spikes? It's like a fair 1001 Spikes
a little bit.
which is not a retro game, but
Mega Man is clearly in there. Mega Man and Mario 3 are probably the biggest.
yeah.
But it pays homage to all those, but it has its own identity still. Which, and there's a lot of 2D retro games coming out. I mean, the last year or two, there's been like a flood of them, and this one just the vibe. It's like this nostalgia and new and inventive. It's like this perfect mesh of both of them. It's hard to explain.
What was the game that came out where I think it was in the Steam sale where if you died, your character died and then you had to carry on as
Rogue
your
Legacy.
ancestor. Rogue Legacy.
Rogue Legacy.
I
like Rogue Legacy.
Is there any of the games like you brought 1001 Spikes, like Spelunky or Rogue Legacy or something where, again, do you play these type of games or was it just
I've played all those.
that just kind of like...
This one is, to me, so good too because of the progression. We were
Yeah,
talking about this
yeah.
with 1001 Spikes versus Spelunky. 1001 Spikes has the progression, like you're getting through the levels. So like Shovel Knight, you're getting through the levels, you're getting items, you're getting money. So
And
there's
it's
this
a story.
sense,
It's a story.
The story too. The story like
with
kept,
an overworld map.
Yeah.
So like it's you choose where to go. It's not linear in that sense, but it's a linear progression. Like you're always getting more items basically.
I cannot stress enough. Everyone needs to play this game. Like
It is a great game.
We're not making demands here at GameTrailers.
Yeah.
Okay? We're just talking about the games, okay? We don't want to pressure people.
demo. There's a demo out there, right? There's gotta be a demo.
I don't know. But the difference
Maybe on
between
3DS.
like Spelunky, like we were talking about this like some of my old friends like they love roguelikes and Spelunky was like their jam.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Spelunky. It's a super well-made game. Like that game is amazing. And the same thing with FTL. Like I love that game. It's super good, super hard, but like I can only play it for so long before I'm like I'm wasting my life. Because I have nothing to show for this. Like, and people say like your skills get better. I'm like, my skills get better at any game I play, but I have something to show for. And I like character creation and customization, and like upgrading my guy. Like that's a big thing for me. Like Symphony of the Night. Like I can't wait to get X whatever. And like so that's a big deal. But like, yeah, this game in Rogue Legacy is roguelike, but you do progress because you unlock skills.
And the narrative is driving you
But like
forward.
this is like classic like old game where it's like. You are going through this thing and growing.
And the music is
good.
The music is absurdly good.
Yeah.
You can buy the soundtrack now, I think.
Yeah,
or
it's
like
out now.
free
It's out now,
or
yeah.
something.
So who made this
Thank
game?
It was
Yacht Club Games.
Yacht Club Games.
This
Who are
is
these
their first
guys?
game, I think. I don't know their background.
Yeah.
I think this is their first game as this company.
Kyle
So-
Bossman has the side bet, right? How many followers will Yacht Club Games have 1 week after?
Yeah, I
the
think I'm gonna lose that bet. I think they were
Blood
gonna get like
is-
2,000 or
Blood is
3,000
pretty
more.
confident that he's
Yeah.
got it, but yeah.
So what do we want from this team? Do we want another sequel to this game, or are you
Oh my
excited to
gosh.
see them do other stuff?
I'd like them to make a game. If they made a sequel, I want you to be able to choose your playable character, male or female at least, and I want it to be faster. Like I want you to be like maybe the dude Shovel Knight you play as Shovel Knight and he's got the same control scheme. I'd love to play as like a rogue or like a hunter character that's quicker and you dodge instead of. Well, I mean you just take the hits in this one too. But
Ben
like,
Moore and I were physically depressed when the game ended. We both had the exact same reaction. The credits roll. There is a New Game Plus, but it doesn't really offer anything else.
just changes health to bombs.
It changes like health potions to bombs. Like you open a chest, and instead of a bomb will pop out. So
which
nothing.
already happens.
Yeah.
sometimes.
So I would love for like some add-on content, maybe a side story with like different characters, because all the characters have such awesome personalities, like Mega Man style, all the bosses. But then there's like these wild card characters that you'll encounter like
Yeah.
in between stages. You'll have like the showdown.
One of them like throws like boomerangs. It's cool. They're really the characters are inventive and cool. I mean, they're all like the game does a really good job because it's a lot of tropes and stuff, but it's inventive and original enough that it doesn't just feel like, oh, okay, here's the ice guy. Oh, here again. And like, yeah, there is an ice stage, which is like whatever, and there's a water stage, which is whatever. But like, it does it ticks all the boxes, but it does it in a new and fresh way. But yeah, like there are like these lady knights wandering around in the town. They're just NPCs, like don't even have names. And I'm like, I want to play as that person.
Yeah, it
They
seems
look
like
cool.
other characters would be the solve to a lot of the issues that you have. Granted, you don't have a lot of issues.
Right.
I was hoping to get a nice debate out of you guys, and all you're doing is just
I mean, basically,
going on and on and on about
he
Shovel
loves
Knight.
it's the greatest game of all time, and I think it's a good game. But
Yeah,
like,
it's
you know.
impossible to hate Shovel Knight. 1 week from now,
Okay.
I
We're doing a return. Another editorial on Shovel Knight.
1 week
what
from
I
now.
think.
Yeah, 1 week from now, I want your opinion on Shovel Knight.
There'll be like a 5-second episode. I'll just be like, it's great.
It's pretty good.
That thing
I
when
love
it's
Shovel
jumping
Knight.
around the bosses. Woo. And that score. Wonderful. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for chatting, guys. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah.